Hello folks, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this beast of a camera here. This is the DJI Pocket 3 and it has been out for about 1 year and 4 months, and I'm still surprised it's still being given a firmware update, which it might mean that we are not going to receive a follow-up to it, probably not that soon, which it's completely fine for me because this is a freaking beast. And now that they have even added even more things to it, it even makes it better. So how do you upgrade it? I have already done the update, so I will not really be showing it, but you basically just connect it to the Mimo app, then it will pop out basically on the screen that there is a new firmware update. You just click it and in a couple of minutes the firmware update will be basically done. And basically the feature that has been added to it, the first feature, which for me is the coolest one, is the mid-tele zoom. Basically what is it is that it basically gives it a 2 times punched in, which is optical, I believe, and because the other one is the digital, so it's mostly the optical. So it gives him 2 times, which it gives it like a 40 millimeter equivalent. So now instead of having one technical lens, which is 20, now you are able to have a 40 on top of that. So it's not a digital zoom, but is an optical zoom. So it gives it more clearance, which I believe it basically downscale it to 1080p, and then it gives it do some gimmick thing behind it to make it a little bit sharper. And why I say that it do some gimmick behind it, because until now, or at least for the moment, we are not able to use this function in HLG or with the D-Log M. So it's only able to do it in the normal shooting mode, which it's fine, I guess, but I hope they will give us the ability to use it with D-Log M or HLG for whoever uses HLG, because that will give you more flexibility even when you are using the flutter profile, right? And you can actually combine it with the digital zoom, which will kind of bring you more closer to, I believe, kind of between 60 and 80 maybe millimeter. Don't quote me on that, but it will give you a more zoom in image, which it does still look pretty good. Like, I still like it. It's something that I will use often, probably not, but it's there. If you need that extra punch in, you can use that. The second amazing thing they have actually added is the breathing compensation. And if you don't know what breathing compensation is, it's basically compensating for when you are like focusing on something. You will see basically the lens changing frame, so it will kind of zoom in and zoom out. That is basically the breathing. It's called breathing of the lens because it's not kind of optimized or to be able to not have that breathing. Usually lenses that don't have that kind of downside of a lens are way more expensive because they need more coding and they need more other things to make them not breathe. So here you can see how basically it's working, right? So now we are focusing on the further tree, and now I'm going to focus in the closest one. You see how much the frame changes? You see? So boom, boom, boom. So that is basically a breathing of a lens because it's breathing out and breathing in. And well, it is an issue. I mean, do you really expect in such a camera to have such a lens? I don't think so, but now they have added the breathing compensation. So you put the breathing compensation on. So now I'm focusing on the closer tree. I go on the further tree. You see? For whoever was complaining about it, which I have never heard about someone complaining about it. Now you have that fixed, which it will be a slight crop because obviously it has to cut out the corners and then compensate for that breathing compensation. So yeah, you have it if you were complaining or worrying about it. Another really cool feature that they added is basically the download in the background. So until now, you weren't able to download files in the background. So if you wanted to do something else on the Mimo app, like for example, continue filming or editing or looking at something else, you were not able to do that because you needed to leave the phone on and on the same page. Now you are able to actually leave the app or do something else on the app while the files are being transferred on your phone. So that is really cool because I can imagine that you are just like, oh, I want to download this file, and then you figure out that, oh damn, I want to film that thing, and you can't do it because you're downloading your file and you don't want to stop it to then restart again all your your things. So yeah, now you are able to do that. Now you are able to actually use even the D-Log-M function while you are streaming with the DJI Pocket 3. So you are able to get the flatter look and then kind of color grade it, or let the computer do the color grading for you and still kind of retain all the beautiful dynamic range that this amazing, I keep saying it because it's just amazing camera it's able to do. The last thing but not the least, now you are able to basically do screenshots and have kind of a XM files or XM data in it, where you basically will have, you know, the metadata of what you shot basically wrote on it. And then there is the function that you can even save it directly as a video file, so that when you download it and you click on it, you can still be previewing whatever that file was with the XM data baked in. So it is pretty useful. Is it something that I will probably use? No, but it's cool that it's there, and it's cool that they are giving you way more features. There is one thing that I really hope they will deliver, which we still don't have, and that is batch editing or batch downloading flat looks files. So there is the function where you can basically record and download the file directly from the Mimo app by batch downloading them, but you are not able to batch edit them and then download them together. For example, if you have like a flat look, you are recording in in D-Log-M, you are not able to kind of edit many clips at the time. You're only able to edit one clip at the time and download one clip at the time. It will be cool if you will be allowed to kind of apply the LUT directly in the app to multiple clips at the same time and then download them at the same time. That would be something cool. But I don't know if you actually have a workaround on that. Please let me know, which doesn't require, of course, downloading the the files still in a flat look and then doing it in post, right? So do everything directly in the app before downloading them together. So if you have a workaround on that, please let me know. If you are interested in this amazing setup that I have here, because this is basically how I carry my Pocket every time. Nothing comes out except, of course, the protection here. And if you are interested, I can do a video about it, and I will leave the links down below so you can go check them out and purchase them directly from there if you want to. And yeah, guys, comment down below what are the next feature you hope DJI will deliver, or what you hope it will be the next version whenever that will come, and let's have a chat down below. Thank you for watching. Take good care of yourself, and remember, only constructive feedback and conversation down below, or you will get button. Have a nice day.